Man,
Hi man,
what's
what?
up?
I'm doing good.
Uh,
What's your YouTube channel name?
Nick does vlogs.
Okay, where you from?
So right now we are in the city of Jelgava, Latvia, one of the biggest cities in Latvia with the population of 60,000 people. Did you know Jelgava is the only place besides Riga in Latvia as a city to have McDonald's? This is the city where sugar canes or used to be produced before Latvia came to the EU. There's even homage to the train station named Saulkrasti, which means renovation place sugarcane. The reason I record these videos about towns we have visited is to pay homage to the history and culture, and so that these cities and towns don't become forgotten. Pay homage. These cities, they have experienced crisis, bad times and good times, because they last longer than us. And look at those beautiful buildings over there. I think that's the 104th project here in Jelgava. This year, the Latvian government accepted this law that if people who live in this co-ownership building, they don't renovate the whole building and then it is in a bad state, then those people have to pay more expensive real estate tax. Because that's a Khrushchevka, it's a 103rd series. I think interesting about Jelgava, it is its own town. It can be independent. It doesn't have to be any other town. It has its own faculty. I'm pretty sure the LLU University here in Jelgava. It has its own nightclub scene here in Jelgava. So you would ask, why would people want to leave this beautiful town named Jelgava? And then they had like QR codes and that stuff. So it was the similar government. Jelgava, it is just as corrupt as Riga's government. Because Riga's government is corrupt. I mean, we had a guy who spent billion euros on the South Bridge. A big enough town. It has its own places. I'm pretty sure it even has its own shopping malls. I used to go to one of my homies' houses here. And here you can see there's a used clothing shop. Used clothes shop. Second-hand clothing shop, which is nice. Nice. And so what I have heard is that if you're like a family member person, you're a parent, then child care centers or something like that is more affordable for you here than it is in somewhere Riga. And most things are the same price, but there are less jobs. The next thing I have noticed is that in Riga, we have started to regulate gambling places. But I don't see that happening here. This gambling place doesn't seem like it's gonna close down. If you're asking why there's more homeless people, it's obvious because there's more gambling places. And just because you close a gambling place doesn't mean gambling stops, because people gamble online. And you can't really regulate that because, if a person wants to gamble, he will gamble. But I'm just talking about the major question of accessibility. If people have a chance to spend their money and lose it and then borrow money from their friends or relatives or someone so that they can gamble more, you best know that's the thing they will do. And then of course, so really interesting to showcase to you is these garages that are meant for people's apartment buildings, which is nice. That's actually nice because I only get a parking place in my apartment. The projects, you can see there's a pre-war building here in Jelgava with that nice balcony. You see that balcony? It's real nice balcony. And then right next there's Soviet project buildings, and over there it's like a church in the ancient times. That Latvia is this beautiful place. Are you studying law this semester? And get this book now. This is Property Rights 5. This book's first part was one of the foundations of Latvia's Republic's civil law. So if you're a lawyer and your skills are becoming lackey and your exam is coming up, get yourself Property Rights 5 now. These are one of a kind. This is written by one of the greatest lawyers in Latvia. Real estate, intellectual property lawyer, Jānis Ozolīts. Also a professor and a teacher that has been teaching law in University of Latvia for more than almost a half century. Physical copy 3276, digital copy 2449. Get this book now. If you want to pass your semester and not get thrown out of your parents' house. Thank you. Mix of beautiful architecture. And then over here, it's people who can't take care of the trash. Like, come on, just take care of your trash. Building over there. That one is a Stalinka, and right next to it, That one is a classic Khrushchevka, I think, yes, built in 1968. But you see the mix of those red bricks, because usually Khrushchevkas, and then there's the 103rd series project building. I think Jelgava is a really pretty town, so yeah. So right behind me, there is I think this is the Orthodox Church. So officially, this Orthodox Church is supposedly not part of the Russian Orthodox Church. And then there is one Latvian Orthodox Church. As you can see, this is what a Soviet building that has been renovated by the funds. The coloring could be better. Could have spent more money in that, definitely, on this building, definitely. And there is some kind of institution. I really don't know what's that institution. Something more part of the city of Jelgava. The river that crosses Jelgava is called Lielava. It's the same river that crosses, it goes to the sea in Jūrmala. And this river is actually created by two other rivers called Jurmala, Musa. And this is called a bunker. So this is for like earthquakes, crisis situations. Go here, bunker, right? To hide when everything goes to shit. You know what I mean? Actually, that's what I'm thinking, that like the apartment right now I live in, we don't have bunker. We don't have a place. And people don't think in Riga and that's a really important situation. So this over here is actually really important, because in Finland there is multiple of one of these. And you know thing, every building needs bunker. You know what I mean? It's a must-have. You know what I mean? Just like every house needs a toilet, you know what I mean? Just like every house needs a kitchen, a bedroom, you know what I mean? Every house needs those things in every country. I don't really think I need a microphone for this, but do you think Michael Scofield can get away from this place? Really, like this prison, it seems to me that it is a prison, right? So let's see, let's review this place. So there is, so if you get to the iron piece over there, you'll be facing two iron pieces on the sides. I presume that upper side is the prison yard, and then they will be facing double there. And then there's also cameras. What's crazy to me is how is, you know, an apartment building so close to a prison? It's funny how there's a drone ban here, but like I'm pretty sure there shouldn't be a prison next to, you know, a living place. There's a fucking prison, and then there's people fucking putting flowers. And so in those prisons, like each cell, there's about like 5 people sitting in those cells, bro. Like currently we right now are next to the Baldo headquarters building. This is a company that produces oatmeal. Right now we are located in the micro-region of Kīpsala, which is considered to be one of the most luxurious micro-regions in Riga. This place actually had to have more skyscrapers, but because of the big recession that happened in 2008, there were less buildings. But still, you still have beautiful architectures that have been built during the big years when the big buildings were being built. Around, right, so these beautiful buildings. So it's like one building has like one person who can have a building that there could be like multiple families living. And, you know, a lot of people say that, you know, Riga is not becoming better as a city. But, you know, look around you, man. Riga is becoming really beautiful, man. And I just think people don't really rate the great work here. Look at this, man. And GDP per capita is going up, man. I feel like really if you work hard in Riga, man, you can make it, man. Look at this, man. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know, and this is just like one part of Riga. I've like already went through Silent Center, Untitled right now. We're going through Tornkalns, but I'm just showcasing you how beautiful Riga is. Like, you got infrastructure here. You got like, you know, yard for the children. You got a beautiful garden. You got this beautiful building mixed with, you know, retro style. I love this, man. This is nice. This is nice, you know, like, and then over there, you could have a Soviet style of architecture, and this all can exist in Riga. And you know, that's what I'm saying, that Riga has the diversity of architectures all in one city. And then over there, this building, and over here we have the Khrushchevkas. I don't know if these ones have gas heating, but it seems to me that when they were built, they were relying on a big furnace, because you can see there's a big chimney. And then over here, look at how beautiful that building would be if it was renovated. gonna talk about this building over here. It's around me. Is that this building probably has a better foundation than most new built projects. But because maybe there was like one owner that owned this entire building, that this building will never be renovated again. But look at it. It has sculptures on top, right? This is a beautiful building we're talking about, right? And this happens to, thousands of architectures, man. And I think the guy who owns this building, he should get like full penalties for not renovating this building, man. Because it's like a sin, man. This is a place of architecture. You could have so many families living in this building. And you could do so much with this building. And it's like, you blame the, politicians. Also, you should be blaming owners that own big buildings and they do nothing about it. It's probably gonna get deconstructed, but it was probably a place of culture and history built by some, wise, extremely educated architect that will be forever forgotten just because this guy decided, well, I'm dashing, fuck culture, fuck history. I will just leave this to ruins. I will just let this building slowly deteriorate. And I've seen this building deteriorate over the years, and it's really sad to see. Because you could easily just renovate this building with, I don't know, just like selling it out or renting it out or whatever. Do anything. But this is like, I don't know. It's like a utopia because over there's a new building. I just don't like when a building is just in this state because it's like, bro, this is UNESCO property, man. UNESCO, dude. UNESCO estate, man. UNESCO, and you're just leaving it like this. That's crazy, man. But this happens here all over Europe, man. All these owners, they get out of there and then like people are like, well, why is there such a fucked up situation that like Gen Z lives in like with their parents? Because it's like there's housing like this just standing, and then these owners don't get proper penalties for not renovating the entire building. But no, look at this, man. UNESCO's buildings going to shit. In a lot of countries, this would not be happening, man. But unfortunately, this is happening. This is what happens when people don't care about history and culture, man. Sad example, really sad example.